historical importance of the first true Appalachians and their influential people are all but lost, only to be memorialized by the many historical markers that dot the highways and backroads of the region. One of these markers can be found just off of Highway 411 near Benton, Tennessee, designating the grave of Nancy Ward. Nancy Ward, whose birth given name was Nanye, meaning one who goes about, was a Cherokee Indian born in the village of Chota in the Appalachian Mountains of Tennessee during a heartbreaking time for her people, as European settlers and disease tried to take over their lives and their land. As a young girl, Nancy recognized there was trouble between her people and the new settlers. She quickly became an early pioneer for social work, advocating for peace between the Cherokee and Europeans in hopes the Cherokee might remain in their land. Nanye, or as she later became known, Nancy Ward, spoke at treaty negotiations and tried to assimilate the Cherokee into the white man's world, believing this was the only way her people might survive. In her teens, Nanye married a Cherokee warrior named Kingfisher. A few years after they were married, Nanye joined her husband in the war against the Creek Indians. In the Battle of Talloway in Georgia, she would witness her husband's death and somehow find the courage to pick up his weapon and lead the Cherokee to victory. After returning home, she was given the title War Woman. This new title and her excellent example of bravery and leadership earned her a seat on the Tribal Council of Chiefs and the Women's Council of Clan of Representatives. Nanye's political influence also gave her the authority to pardon prisoners. One of her first official pardons was to free a white woman known as Miss Bean, who had been captured and condemned to death. Miss Bean and Nanye quickly became friends. Miss Bean taught Nanye how to weave, spin cloth, and raise dairy cattle. Nanye then taught other Cherokee women these skills, believing that if the Cherokee could assimilate into the European culture, it might lead to a more peaceful existence. In the years following Kingfisher's death, Nanye married a white man by the name of Bryant Ward from South Carolina, and then changed her name to Nancy Ward. Nancy was loved by the European settlers and the Cherokee and worked closely with both, always advocating for peace between the two. She represented the Cherokee at peace negotiations, always urging the two groups to find a way to coexist. Nancy was present at the first treaty signing between the United States of America and the Cherokee. This treaty is known as the Hopewell Treaty because it took place in Hopewell, South Carolina. Although Nancy made many efforts to maintain her friendships with the Europeans, she always had the Cherokee's best interest at heart and continued to do so even as an elderly woman. Nancy's distrust of the white man eventually led her to leave her home she had always known. She relocated to a place called Woman Killer Ford in Tennessee on the Ocoee River, where she ran an inn until her death in 1822. Some of the circumstances that revolve around Nancy Ward's life remain unclear. She has been the subject of many stories throughout the Appalachian region. It was reported that she may have visited the Moravian mission in Spring Place in the summer of 1807. It is also believed that War Woman Dell in Raven County, Georgia, got its name from a beloved Cherokee woman who had the decision of the council on war and peace, and many believe this to be Nancy Ward.